Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and today we're going to take a look at the impact of deporting illegals with the Young Turks B team. You're looking at Baby Monkey because of a rather timely request. Since the video we're going to be watching tries to play on your emotions, it's only fair that I give you something to ooh and ah over as well. Anna and Chank had other shit to do, so Brett, Ida, Ben, and Hannah are here to say really stupid shit in their absence. You won't notice much of a difference except the bone-thin white girl on set doesn't have that after-vomit glow Anna wears so well. Otherwise, it's the same stupid shit as TYT's here to tell us about how real families are being torn apart by Trump's evil immigration laws. Take it away, dumbass.
Following Trump's executive order cracking down on illegal immigration, Guadalupe Garcia de Rayos appears to be one of the first undocumented immigrants to be deported from the country. Now, Rayos has lived in the States for almost 20 years, and she was sent back to her home country of Mexico on Wednesday, leaving her children and husband behind.
Maybe they can sneak across the border and see her, make a new life for themselves in Mexico. And in 20 years, Mexico can deport them back to us. It'll be like a really slow game of illegal alien ping pong.
Now, here's one of her teenage daughters speaking to reporters about losing her mom to deportation.
Well, actually she lost her mom because her mom is a criminal, and not just for sneaking over the border illegally, which for some goddamn reason I have to keep reminding you radical lefties is a fucking crime. Kids lose their parents all the time when those parents do illegal shit. Yeah, it sucks for the kids, I feel bad for them, but we don't just ignore laws because some kids have shitty parents.
I'm here and I'm gonna keep on fighting. I'm gonna keep on fighting for my mom and for the other families that are going through the same thing, because this is unfair and it's really sad. And I honestly don't have any words because it's just sad to see what this world has come to.
Sorry, but bringing out a crying child doesn't change a goddamn thing. Anyone with a heart is going to feel bad for this kid, but the simple fact is her mother is a felon. She admitted to Social Security fraud. We're not just talking about her sneaking over the border, which I will again remind you is a crime and is more than enough reason to deport somebody, but in this case, it's not just her being here illegally.
So obviously watching that, you feel for that girl, right? And I want to give you guys some context behind Rayos' situation so that you can understand some of the response stemming from this particular case. Now, she came illegally from Mexico at age 14, which is interesting because if she had come in 3 months prior to when she came in, she would have been 13 and would have been eligible to be protected by DACA, right?
Wrong. Her felony conviction for fraud would make her ineligible for deferred action for childhood arrivals. There was more than just a time frame. You also could not have been convicted of a felony, a serious misdemeanor, multiple misdemeanors, or be a threat to national security. She would be ineligible either way. So,
in 2008, after living here for a portion of time, she was arrested in a workplace raid, which are barbaric and inhumane in itself.
Barbaric and inhumane. You guys really are sucking the meaning out of all language, aren't you? Try this. Ask Chank for a few bucks to fly to the Middle East. Head to any known ISIS stronghold. Once you're there, stand in the street wearing a bikini and a yarmulke eating a ham sandwich with bacon on it. Announce that you don't believe in Allah and, even if it's not true, tell them how much you enjoy eating pussy. If you survive, come back and tell me all about how barbaric and inhumane the immigration raid was.
And she was convicted in 2009 of criminal impersonation using a fake Social Security number, which is a 6th-degree felony. Now, the court gave her a voluntary departure order, and she appealed this and lost, unfortunately. So in 2013, the court issued a removal order, all right? So she was put under an order of supervision, which required her to report on a provided schedule to an ICE office until her order of removal was effected or acted on. Now, her ICE officer told her late last year that her case would probably be dropped in 2017 because she wasn't a priority. Now, under Obama immigration legislation...
No, there was no Obama immigration legislation. Stop using words you don't understand. Obama issued directives and executive orders, overstepping his constitutional authority. It was not legislated. I hate interrupting in the middle of a sentence, but no. No, you don't get away with this bullshit. Let's just start this sentence over.
Now, under Obama immigration legislation, if you're not convicted of a serious felony or a serious misdemeanor or multiple misdemeanors, you're not prioritized for deportation. So they were assuming that that would be the case in this next year.
No, I could maybe excuse you just being an idiot for the Obama legislation thing, but you're just fucking lying here. There is no serious felony clause, and you damn well know it. It's amazing how you got all of it right except for that serious felony bullshit. If I were a cynical monkey, I might think you had a motive for adding that adjective. Or if I hadn't have watched all of this and already know what kind of shit you and the other three morons are about to pull. It does not matter if an ICE officer told her they thought the case would be dropped, which I have trouble believing actually happened anyway, but let's say that it did. It's fucking irrelevant. She's not being oppressed. She committed a felony and was ordered to be deported. Alright guys, we're going to start skipping a little bit here because we're only 2.5 minutes in and I already want to nut punch myself. As always, the link is below.
Now, she gave a statement after her deportation in Mexico. She says, "I don't regret it because I know I did this so that more families could see what's in store, what could happen, and so that they could know what they could risk."
Yes, if you're here illegally, especially if you've been convicted of a felony since arriving, you do risk being deported. It's a failing of our leadership that people need to be warned about this. All illegals should live under constant fear of deportation. And don't give me any crybaby shit about saying they should live in fear. All criminals should fear getting caught. It shouldn't come as any fucking surprise that an illegal might get deported. I want you to think about this for a second. She's holding up this statement as something we need to pay attention to. And what it boils down to is an illegal alien who committed a felony while she was on our soil is warning people that if they do that, they might get deported. Do you have any idea how fucking stupid that is?
I simply am a mother who fights for her children, who fights to give them the best.
She's not special in this regard. Most parents want to do the best they can for their kids. What did make her special is that she's a felon and an illegal. She didn't fight some injustice, she broke the goddamn law. She's using her kids as an excuse for being a shitty person.
So I think this is a prime example, especially having been the first person who was essentially deported, of where we need a little bit more leniency on humanitarian grounds, right? And so it makes a big case here in that she was the first person. She's not, a convicted, I guess a convicted felon of something, a serious felony or something like that.
Right.
She's not somebody that's providing some sort of danger to our country. This is a mom. The teenage daughter is like crying on television. And so that sends a huge, huge message of people who are in America who have tried to escape whatever's going on in their country, and also people who are looking to find a better life in America, that even the most like innocuous of situations, they deported her. And it's sad and it's unfortunate.
Fuck you. No, seriously, just fuck you. Why don't you tell somebody who's had their life ruined by identity theft how Social Security fraud is no big deal? Just a victimless crime, nothing to worry about. The word felony implies it's serious, you idiot. That's why it's not called a misdemeanor. This woman should be thanking whatever God she believes in that she got away with this shit for almost a decade after her conviction and deportation order, not whining about how she finally had to face the consequences of her actions. Her being a mother doesn't negate her actions. Obama not deporting her ass for 8 years doesn't excuse her crimes. Some random, unnamed ICE officer telling her case would probably be dropped doesn't change the law. You can be as sad as you want to be. You can pretend this is a tragedy all you like. You social justice morons made a mistake by making this woman your martyr of Trump's immigration policy. She wasn't just here illegally, which, one more time, is more than enough reason to deport her. She's also a fucking felon. You idiots on the far left have spent 8 years telling us most of the illegals commit no crime, and then you make a fucking criminal your poster child. It's very nice of you to give me material, but don't you have any pride or a fucking brain? You made Trump's case for him, you fucking idiot. This goes on for a while. Believe it or not, we're not even halfway through this stupid shit. I really want to address the other three idiots and what they add to the conversation, but I do need to get to sleep, so that's going to come in part 2. That's going to wrap up this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Ranting Monkey, and I will see you next time.
Now, she gave a statement after her deportation in Mexico. She says, "I don't regret it because I know I did this so that more families could see what's in store, what could happen and so that they could know what they could risk.
Your life makes me sad.